What is up, guys? Jake from One Hive here with the next Coffee and Clash video. As always, please leave me questions below for future Coffee and Clash videos. Let's get to it. The first question comes from Nathan Johnson. Thank you, Jake, for the great videos. You're welcome, bro. When do you feel that 8.5s, 9.5s, and now 10.5s have crossed the line and become a form of cheating war-wise? A group of us used to be in a clan predominantly of 8.5s who had camped at this level even after their skill and hero levels could handle much higher war weight. We have since moved on and merged with a clan that is more balanced while still competitive. Cool. I'm glad you found a little bit better fit for what you're looking for. And to answer your question, there's no point that I would say you're cheating. There's a point that I would say you need to ask yourself what you want out of war. And I did a video about that a long time ago. One of the first few Theorycraft videos I ever did. What do you want out of war? When you hit the search button, what are you looking for? And people like you and me are looking for a challenge, a competitive war, something that gives us a hard time. We want that fight. People that camp at 8.5 indefinitely aren't looking for that. They don't want a hard war. They don't want a hard fight. They want an easy win. And, that's why you just have to sort of ask yourself what you want out of it. And if you want that competitive stuff, then you're not going to camp at 8.5 or 9.5 or 10.5. Now, there's no question that upgrading offense before defense is just the smart way to do it in war. So where's the line at? I don't know. I'm not the authority to draw that line. But again, just go back and watch that video, and I think that'll sort of answer your question about how I feel about it anyways. JS, MHS, memes. Coffee and Clash question. If you had to give up one dark spell for the rest of your life, Clash life, which one would it be? It would be the haste spell. I basically never use it. I don't really like air attacks as well. And I would easily give that up before Quake or Poison. Joe Northam. Hey, Jake, love your videos. Keep it up, man. Thanks, bro. We'll do my best. I have a couple questions for you. First, do you think if you weren't doing the YouTube channel, you would still be a member of One Hive based on your skill? Let's start with there. I would say it just depends on if I was still playing Clash. If I wasn't doing the YouTube and it wasn't keeping me, coming back. If war got to a point where I wasn't enjoying it and I'll stop putting in the effort, that's where it would determine. I think I had the skill to be in One Hive. I mean, I was in One Hive before the YouTube channel ever was even thought of. So I would imagine I had the skill to be there. It's just a matter if I kept the drive to keep my skills up that high. I've watched all your live attacks, and they seem to be a lot of fails. Well, every fair play guy fails. If they tell you they don't, they're lying. So I show my fails. I show my successes. If Supercell approached you and gave the opportunity to work with them on balancing the game, providing you stop playing Vainglory, would you? No, I would not. If Supercell came to me and asked for my help to help balance the game, I would love to do that, but I would not do it under some kind of strange stipulation of not playing another game or anything like that. I mean, I wouldn't. Of course, I guess everyone has their number. I mean, if they made me rich and said, you're going to be a Supercell cheerleader, I probably would. I mean, just to be honest, if they said, okay, we're going to pay you $1 million a year, yeah, who's going to turn that down? I'd be crazy too. That would, provide for my family and my kids and their families and everything else. So everyone has their number, I suppose. But they just said, hey, come on board, help us with this stuff out, but you can't play Vainglory, I'd say no, thank you. Jacob Vedme, maybe is how you say that. If you had won the Powerball, you would buy a ton of gems, obviously. Who wouldn't? Would you gem to max Town Hall 11 or max Town Hall 10, maybe? If I had won the Powerball, I probably would just start a new account, gem it fully maxed, and then max out Town Hall 10 and then have a Town Hall 9 maxed out. Just have all three, and that I could play whatever I wanted to. If I felt like playing some Town Hall 11, play some Town Hall 11. If I want to play some Town Hall 9 in war or whatever, I would do that. So I'd probably have them all. Cambiz. Hey Jake, I'm wondering who is or what is the war community? What is the definition? This term has always been baffling me. I play Clash of Clans because of war. I am not an elitist as you guys. Am I in the war community? Cheers, man, and have a wonderful life ahead. Yeah, all I can tell you is how I define the war community, and it is anybody that likes to war. You have to understand there's people out there that do not want to war. They don't enjoy it. It's not a part of the game they enjoy. They enjoy pushing, or they enjoy farming, and just the social aspects of the game. They play the game as avidly as all of us do. They just don't like war. So when Jake says war community, I'm talking about anybody that enjoys war in this game. I don't think I'm an elitist. I mean, maybe some people think I am. I don't feel that way. I try to help everybody get better at war and enjoy that part of the game, because I think it's a great part of the game. So yeah, in my book, you're a member of the war community. Or at least when I say war community, that's what I'm referring to. Mike T. I've noticed people usually don't use giants to tank 2 or 3 point defenses during surgical hogs anymore. Has the surgical hogging meta changed since your how-to video? That's a good question. That's a really good question, because I know you're right. It does. I still see it sometimes. I will say this. I think the meta has changed, not because dropping giants is not effective, but because one, the placement and the numbering of hogs is just so refined and so perfected now that it's really not necessary. Two, it just adds a step to, one, forget, or two, to mess up. Switching back and forth between heroes, accidentally dropping the wrong troop, something like that. So it's not a matter of that what was taught back then is not still absolutely effective. It is. It's just, I think the ability of people has gone past it to the point where it's not needed, if that makes sense. That's just my opinion. But I agree. I don't think you see it nearly as often as you used to. Xavier Govidin, stick with level 10 heroes and you won't say that the balance isn't there. You are being rewarded for upgrading heroes. You want a challenge, stay low, and enjoy them fails. The thing that people have to realize is that we always get this. Oh, well, the only reason you're 3-star on those bases is because you got maxed out heroes or level 25 heroes or whatever. Guys, go back and watch the videos. There was lots of times we were 3-starring bases with heroes in the teens. It's not that. And what you have to understand is, the reason I say, when I talk about balance, it's not that if you're failing on maxed out Town Hall 9s, maxed out defense, when I say that, maxed out defense Town Hall 9s, with low level heroes, that's just the way it should be. If there's any semblance of balance, you should have to have near maxed offense to counter near max defense or max defense. So that when I say balance, that's what I'm referring to. If you have low level heroes, if you haven't invested in your heroes and the time and the energy to upgrade them, you should struggle. That's how it should be. If you're talking about max defense Town Hall 9, now if you're talking about non-max defense Town Hall 9, basically Town Hall 8 level defense, with a couple expos or something, and you're struggling with that, even with level 10, or 15 heroes, then the problem is not the game balance. The problem is your mechanics. You need to work on that. So again, I think that's what balance means to me, anyways. Arwald, Jake, have you ever seen someone try to swag a spell too early and wind up losing the attack? I actually have, but it wasn't a One Hive member. We were in an arranged war, and I cannot remember which clan it was. But you could tell a guy had it, and he did have the attack. I mean, there was no question. But there was that random stray, like giant bomb, single giant bomb at the end that he didn't account for, and wiped his hogs out and did not get the 3-star. It was hilarious. But I don't think I've ever seen a One Hiver do it and not end up with a 3-star. I could be wrong, but I don't believe so. Matthew Mansfield, Coffee and Clash questions. Hey Jake, I love the vids, and I'm a longtime fan, so I hope you don't take this question as an attack towards you. Appreciate the long-time support, Matthew. Do you think that you have any bearing in any way, however small, for people downloading Xmod? When the casual player watches your and other war-focused YouTuber videos and see them amazing attacks, it inspires them to be good, but doesn't have the time to prep and or skill to do them. It's only human to take the easy option. We have a strong clan, but never do arranged matches. We always do random spins, and 9 out of 10 times we have really bad clan are doing 0% scouts. Keep up the great video. I wouldn't sit here and tell you that no one has ever downloaded a cheat because of that reason. But the problem with that mindset is that it always goes back to the sports analogy. That's like saying because Michael Jordan can dunk it from the free throw line and I can't, I should use steroids so I could be like Michael Jordan. That's when you say it like that, it's kind of like that's not good logic. And I don't think that what you're saying is good logic either. People that want to cheat are going to find a reason, an excuse, a way to cheat. That's just, and it is human nature. You go to any video game and search it up, and one of the top returns you'll see is cheats and hacks and all those things, because people do want the easy way out, at least these days. And it's sad. It's unfortunate. It shows a lot, in my opinion. It's a very telling thing about our cultures and our kids growing up and the kind of life that they're probably going to have, because everyone wants the easy way out. Nothing's worth working for anymore. And if you don't have the time to be a pro Clash of Clanner, then okay, that's nothing wrong with that. Play it casually and play it for fun. Don't cheat to present yourself as that, I guess, is my opinion. Probably has happened. People have probably saw the attacks, wanted to do it, tried it, failed, and then said, hey, I can go the easy way out and get it done. But that's pretty weak. Alex D, I heard you mention a while ago that One Hive is trying to cut back on swagging heal spells, and I've noticed you've stuck by that to this point. Why did you start cutting back on swag spells to begin with? Were you offending people by smashing their bases that badly? I'm on YouTube at 9:01 every morning to watch the new videos and hear all your commentary. I'd probably watch a video on the life cycle of a carrot if you narrated it. I'm really glad you are enjoying the videos and appreciate that support, man. That's awesome. The reason we started trying to cut back on the swag is not because of like offending people. I don't think anybody takes that offensively. It's a game, and if people, it was a sign of, hey, I 3-starred your base and I didn't need my spells for it. But the problem was people were It wasn't like it was a byproduct that, oh, I've got a spell left over, let me swag it. We have no problem with that. But people were trying to design attacks and trying to strive for those swag spells. And when you do that, you're just asking for it to bite you. You're asking for, like that question just previously, for someone to do it too early and it not be a 3-star because they were trying to swag it out. So just coming to the end of your attack and noticing, oh, I didn't have to use that rage spell or I didn't have to use that heal spell, that's one thing. Trying to plan it out to that is something we wanted to try to avoid. So that's why. Ishan Bahatia, how can you think that Town Hall 10 is the most balanced Town Hall in the game when it is impossible to fresh hit 3-star a decently upgraded anti-3 Town Hall 10 base, and it's still quite hard to 3-star an anti-3 base, even with mods? You may think that Town Hall 10 is easy, but I feel once you get there, you will realize how hard it actually is. This isn't meant to be an insult. I realized the same thing once I started doing Town Hall 10 attacks. I'm not sure where I said that that it was easy ever. The reason I said it's the most balanced Town Hall in the game is because I believe that. I think Town Hall 9 is way out of whack now. Let's don't even talk about Town Hall 8 and below. And I think Town Hall 11 is messed up. I think a fully maxed out offense Town Hall 11 has a real shot at a 3-star on first attack. And it shouldn't be that way, So that's why I said it's the most balanced Town Hall in the game. Now, I immediately after that said that's not saying much, because I don't think Town Hall 10 is easy at all. I don't think it's balanced. I want you guys to make that clear. I do not think Town Hall 10 is balanced. I think it's close. I think it's a troop spell or a troop upgrade or something like that away, maybe 2. But it's close in my opinion, and that's what I meant by that statement. Not that it was easy. I know it's incredibly difficult. Even though I'm not a Town Hall 10. I watch numerous Town Hall 10 attacks every day, and I know it's not an easy thing to 3-star, and it still needs work. So I hope you guys didn't misinterpret that I thought it was easy somehow, because it's definitely not. It still needs some tweaks. All right, chicken nuggets raids. Jake, I know this is off topic from Clash of Clans, but Clash Royale was just released on soft launch. Have you tried it? And if so, will you start to make videos on it? I love Clash of Clans and feel like Clash Royale is breathing fresh air into the Clash community with lots of room to grow. And personally, I will be more prone to become a patron if you diversified into Clash Royale. You the man, Jake. Thanks for your hard work. You bet, man. Thank you for watching. I have tried Clash Royale. I downloaded it when I went to, over at San Francisco. And I was talking to Pat and Galadon and Alvaro. They were playing it and talking to them about it. And I tried it. And I will say that I think it's got potential to be a fun game. I don't think it'll ever be like Clash, simply because of the lack of community and team aspect of it. But I do think it's got potential to be a fun game. Right now, in my opinion, it is not fun. I do not enjoy playing it. It is incredibly frustrating. You constantly get matched up with people that are levels above you, and it is very difficult to beat them, especially early in the game, because your deck is underpowered compared to theirs. Your towers are underpowered compared to theirs, and it's just sort of at this point in its life a pay-to-win format. And I'm not gonna put out videos about something like that, and I'm not gonna play something like that. Now, I think much later in its life, when a lot of people are playing it, when it gets fully released, and there's much more of a pool of people to go against that are equal in strength to you, two equally strength people with an equal deck, equal options on their deck that can just sort of duke it out, and it's just then it becomes more of a strategy and skill game. That interests me, and so maybe someday I would show videos of something along those lines. But right now, that is not the game that is out there. It is a pay to win. It is a frustrating game for new people, in my opinion. Now, yes, I've won a lot of matches when I played, and I've lost a lot of matches. But the matches I look back on that I lost, they had cards that I'd never even seen before. They had a level up on me, things like that. So, who wants to just get beat against someone that you can't even defend against? So anyways, that's my opinion on that. We'll see in the future. Because again, I think there's some good aspects of the game, some fun aspects of it, but there's some frustrating ones right now too. All right, and the last one is from Louis Jordan. Hey Jake, first of all, your voice is fine. Thank you, sir. It's not newsreader quality, it's not newsreader quality, but at least it's kind and open. So screw that used to go. I appreciate it. No, I don't think I have a news anchor voice for sure, but I'm glad you're okay with it. Second, I'm from South Africa, and we hang up meat and dry it and call it biltong. Many people find that thought repulsive and refuse to eat it. I don't find them not liking it offensive. I'm glad they don't like it because then I don't have to share it with them. Laugh out loud. You bet, man. I actually, when I was in South Africa, I had biltong. It's delicious. It's just beef jerky. I mean, it's essentially what it is. It's dried meat, which we do here in the States as well. I mean, we call it beef jerky and we use dehydrators and things like that. I think more in South Africa, it's more just dried, like you said, just hung and dried, sort of like the old days here. But it is delicious. It's wonderful. I've tried it, and yeah, send me some biltong, bro. All right, guys, that is it for this Coffee and Clash. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Got a quick little special video for you coming out later today, so be sure to tune in for that. Until then, Jake from One Hive doing my best to help you guys suck less.